It's a battle of East versus West here at Cameron Stadium tonight. Good evening and welcome to the Page Employment and Seaboard Security Game of the Week. We're at Cameron Stadium where the Bangor Rams will host the Cheverus Stags. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nate Long, joined by Howard Kroll and Tracy Willett. A big game for Cheverus, I would say, in this one because, well, Tracy, they beat Bangor last year and then had a tough game in week one.
Tough game in week one, coming up here tonight to try and rebound from that loss. They bring two returners tonight.
Only two?
Only two returners from last year's team tonight. So a young team we're going to see here tonight. And it'll be interesting to see how Cheverus responds from the loss last week.
And you got a chance to catch up with Vin Salamone?
I got a chance to catch up with Coach Salamone. We talked a little bit about the offense we'll see from Cheverus tonight, their defense, and some of the keys to the game for Cheverus.
Talk a little bit about your defense, what you run, and some of the key players in your defense tonight.
We run a 50 defense. We're real young. Again, we only have one returning starter on defense back from last year. I really, it'd be hard for me to single out one person. I mean, our defense is the type of defense that we need 6 and 7 guys getting to the ball because we don't have that big standout linebacker or a big standout defensive lineman. Again, I would say Ben Mishu, who's at nose, would be, I'm sure, is the focal point of most offenses as they look at the film and looking to, if they're going to block one person, they're going to want to block him.
You were able to defeat Bangor last year. Some of the keys that you think you need to keep in place for a victory tonight for Cheverus.
Well, I think much like last week, we got inside the red zone last week 4 times against Bonnie Eagle, and we didn't convert one of them. I think if we're going to have any chance tonight, we need to convert every time we're in the red zone.
Very good, Coach. Good luck tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Coach Salamone in his second year looking for his first win in Cameron Stadium, and it's going to be a challenge for him to get it.
It'll be a challenge for them. They need to do some things well up front, I think, and we'll see how it goes for them tonight.
And the reason, Howard Kroll, is because Bangor is a strong team with a big offensive line, and they don't lose often here at Cameron.
No, they don't, Nate, and they're not expecting Cheverus to show up with an empty plate. They were the only team that beat them last year in regular season, and they're not taking them lightly.
Cheverus was the only team to beat you last year in the regular season. What are you expecting tonight from the Cheverus team?
Well, they're not going to sneak up on us this year. Last year we were told, oh, they're not very good, and we showed up down there on their home field, and they put it right to us. I mean, it was only 6-0, but we were kind of put into our stances way back, and they surprised us. This year there won't be any surprises.
How many returning starters do you have this year returning for the Rams?
I believe we have 4 on offense and also 4 on defense, so 8 total.
So we should expect a real competitive game tonight from both the Bangor team and Cheverus?
I believe so. I think Cheverus has got so much pride and they have so much discipline. They've got a couple of real good backs, a good quarterback, and they're proud. I'd never take Cheverus lightly ever again.
Well, great. We wish you the best of luck and look forward to a good game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, the band's fired up. The coaches are obviously ready to go. One interesting note is Cheverus just got here about 45 minutes before game time because their bus driver didn't know where the field was.
That's the worst thing in coaching. You plan a game all day and get that late to the field, and it just throws your whole schedule off. But I think the Cheverus teams have adjusted, and we'll see how it goes tonight.
It's East versus West. Last year, this went to the West. We'll see where it goes. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after the break.
So, you want to fish?
This one.
That one?
That one.
This one?
That one. These ones are cute. That one. There.
This?
That one. Blue one.
Face it, people like having choices. That's why we've got thousands of floors to choose from. Carpet One.
Northeastern Log Home's 4-star promise: to design the dream home that's perfect for you and your family, to ensure your home will be built with materials of the highest quality and durability and offered at a fair price, to deliver a complete easy build package with more of what you need, like Anderson windows, Owens Corning shingles, and Morgan doors, to provide factory direct expert assistance every step of the way for as long as you own your home.
Come visit us in Kenduskeag and we'll help build your dreams with our experience.
Selection without service would be like sunshine without the warmth. Our jewelers have the experience and the tools to renew, repair, or even create jewelry with the warmth of real quality. We're Quality Jewelers. Browse in our new, larger location across from the Fleet Bank building on on Exchange Street in downtown Bangor.
Free samples, right?
That's one of our most popular flavors.
No.
No.
Berry marshmallow. Purple swirl. This one.
There you go.
Maybe.
Can I get you a cone?
I'm still deciding.
Face it, people like having choices. That's why we've got thousands of floors to choose from. Carpet One.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium, everyone, for tonight's game between Bangor and Cheverus. We're going to join PA announcer Joe Nelson for the starting lineups in just a moment. A cool night. The day started out rather warm and humid, but it's definitely cooled off here this evening.
Oh, we're definitely in for a jacket-type weather game, so be prepared.
The officials have their jackets on. The Cheverus coaching staff actually is wearing shorts, or a lot of them are, but
That's what we'd like to see. That's what we like to see. This is great football weather. That's great.
You got to wear the shorts if it's
right.
September,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
No matter what the temperature,
Absolutely.
because it's not going to get any warmer. We know that. Now let's join Joe Nelson for the public address announcement.
Tackle, a sophomore, number 78, Matthew White. Tight end is junior, number 80, Nick Sweat. In the tailback is a senior, number 86, Justin Flesh. The assistant coaches are Mark Renner, Ernie Salome, Richard Ashley, and Timothy Thornton. The head coach is Ben Salomone. Now you're starting Bangor High School Rams offense. At split end, a senior, number 4, Anthony DeRosa. The wingback is a senior, number 6, TJ Venetestein. At quarterback, a senior, number 7, Brian Hackett. At fullback, a senior, number 8, Ricky Dexter. At tailback, a junior, number 34, Nick Payson. At guard, a senior, number 53, Eric Anderson. At center, a junior, number 60, Andy Gould. At tackle, a senior, number 63, Jeremy Tyler. At tackle, a senior, number 70, Andrew Trundy. At guard, a senior, number 76, Kyle Oliver. In the tight end is a senior, number 84, Paul Russell. The assistant coaches are Jack Kirkman, Lance Fenimore, John Tennant, Mike Minzbrenner, and Bob Kluge. Bangor's head coach is Mr. Mark Hackett.
We stay with the public address announcing, and we will join the Bangor band as they get ready to play the national anthem. Still a little daylight. That's the nice thing about playing these games in early September, is the game starts when it's still light out, huh guys?
It doesn't last too long, though, does it?
And now the Bangor band will perform the national anthem.
The national anthem. Tonight's colors are
Bangor band with the national anthem. We're going to take one final break before kickoff. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
During our lifetime, priorities change, and we begin to seek out products that enhance our lives. We move and we grow and come to realize what's truly important. We begin to understand the value of our time and see the results of investing wisely. Priorities change, standards don't. Paradigm Windows of Portland, Maine. Window solutions for life.
Available from Carefree Window and Siding Company. Call 989-4260.
1928 Bangor Tire was founded on simple concepts, offer quality products, price them right with service second to none. Vehicles have changed a lot over the years, and Bangor Tire leads the way with today's best products and service, like Cooper Tires, Monroe Shocks and Struts, and Walker Exhaust Parts. And the Shine Shop will make your pride and joy shine like new. So whether your car or truck needs brakes, a front end alignment, exhaust, some TLC, or the best in tire service, count on the folks you've trusted for 70 years. Bangor Tire Company.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium, everyone. Nate Long, along with Howard Kroll and Tracy Willett, set to call the action of this game between Bangor and Cheverus. The teams, the captains, are out on the field right now with the officials going over the coin toss. The captains for Bangor, number 8, Ricky Dexter, 20, Aaron Gallant, 53, Eric Anderson, and 76, Kyle Oliver. On the other side of the ball for Cheverus, they have 3 captains, Swallowing Clow, Benjamin Michoud, and BJ Hannigan is the captain who won't be playing. He got injured, number 33, you see there with his helmet off, but he's still participating. The officials for today's game, you see Ralph Dameron tossing the coin. He's the referee. He's in the middle of the pile out there. Larry Freeman is the line judge, Alan Snell, the umpire, and Bruce Henderson, our linesman. Well, we know that Cheverus only returns 2 starters from last year. They have one of their captains not dressing tonight. They're definitely undermanned if you look at the sidelines. You look at the Bangor sideline and the Cheverus sideline. So at least before this thing starts, you have to say Bangor's got to be favored to win this.
Probably to some degree, yeah, Nate. I'm sure Cheverus has brought a game plan that they hope will be successful. We were talking with Coach Salomon before the game. He did indicate that for them to be successful tonight, they're going to have to be relatively mistake-free, and they're big players, and they're going to have to come through. So it'll be interesting to see how we match up tonight. It should be fun.
Bangor won the toss. They elected to receive. Cheverus will defend the left side. On your TV screen, they'll be on the left side. Bangor will kick off into the wind. There is a pretty strong wind blowing from on the screen from left to right. It's from the scoreboard end zone to the school side end zone. And it is going to be in the face of Bangor in the first quarter. Bangor's kicker is Tyson Barron. He's a junior, and Coach Hackett is really excited about this guy. He hit a 24-yard field goal last week. Coach Hackett called him the best kicker that they've ever had in his time at Bangor. Obviously, a kicker can be a good weapon.
Oh, no doubt about it, especially a kid that can kick a 50-yard field goal in practice. He's obviously got some skills.
He's kicking into the wind, so we'll see how much he gets on. Well, you know what? Bangor is actually receiving this, aren't they? So we won't see Barron just yet. Instead, Cheverus will have to kick off, and their kicker is going to be Slaughton Clow. It seems like he does just about everything for them. He's their captain. He's on the field, both offensive and defense. He's their middle linebacker. He just seems to be everywhere.
That's part of the, I guess, the drawback, if you will, of having 2 returning stars from last year. You depend upon some kids to really do a lot for you, and Cheverus is in that situation with him. It'll be interesting to see how he does tonight.
Cheverus, as we mentioned in the opening, getting here just 45 minutes before game time. That's unusual for a football team, and it wasn't done on purpose.
No, and that kind of thing does happen, but hopefully I think with some recovery here tonight, they've got themselves together and looks like they're ready to go.
Tom Cruise, no relation to the actor. He's one of the deep men for Bangor. He's back there along with Nick Payson, awaiting the kick. So the kick will be with the wind, as Cheverus has the wind at their back in the first quarter. The official blew the ball ready for play, so we are going to be ready to go. The kickoff from Clow. Kicking off from the right hash mark. A lot of times you see him kick off from the middle of the field. Not the case here. It's a short kick, fielded by one of the up men at his own 35. And brought down across the 45, mark it at about the 46-yard line. That's where the official's staying. That's where Bangor will take over. First down and 10 from the 46.
Good starting position for Bangor.
Bangor's offense run by the quarterback, Brian Hackett, a nephew of Coach Mark Hackett. His fullback, Ricky Dexter. His tailback, Nick Payson, is getting the start. Aaron Gallant, who had a big week in week 1, might not see any action at all tonight because he had a strained back in practice this week. He ran for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns last week, but we'll see Nick Payson get many of the carries at tailback. Payson is the tailback in this set. One-man split to the left. Hackett takes the snap, the handoff to Payson, and he stood up. A loss on the play. Big hit by Cheverus, and guess who it is?
Imagine that.
Number 8, Slavonic Clow.
It's obviously he's getting involved early. Cheverus coming out of their 5-2 defense, the base defense that time, and he's getting involved early.
Bangor's plays are called by John Tennant, his 5th year calling the plays. He's been the offensive coordinator longer than Mark Hackett's been the head coach. 2nd down, 13. They fake the handoff, play action. They try and run a reverse to Anthony DeRosa. The ball's fumbled, but then picked back up. That play could have been disastrous. Instead, DeRosa picked it up and got the ball to midfield.
It's good field presence there to pick the ball up and go forward with some positive yards.
They ran the play action to Payson. Cheverus didn't bite on it. They were in the backfield quickly. Bangor's offensive line getting pushed back on that play there. DeRosa picking the ball back up, though, and able to gain some positive yards. It brings up a 3rd down and 7. Or 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Right in between there. That's what Bangor has to deal with. Hackett rolls out to his left and then looks to pass. He's under pressure, and he gets tackled just at the line of scrimmage. He might have been able to pick up a yard, but sophomore Ryan Oakes, one of the inside linebackers, him and Clow are the 2 linebackers that Cheverus will send out there. Oakes only a sophomore, but he gets Hackett from behind, and it looks like Bangor will have to punt on their first possession.
Oakes staying with his key that time, keying the quarterback, was able to contain the play.
TJ Vananasine, the senior, back in punt formation. He gets it off. The return man, guess who? Sloan Clow lets it go past him, though, and the ball will be down at the 10-yard line. So not the start Bangor wanted on offense, but their defense is headed out onto the field now. We're going to take a short break and come back with the second possession of the game. We're scoreless in the first quarter, Bangor and Cheverus. We'll be back after this.
Hey, you hungry? Why don't you go to Angelo's? You know, it's over there next to Radio City. He's got the best food in town. The stuff's delicious. He's got spaghetti, he's got lasagna, he's got salads. You know, you gotta stay thin like me. He's got about 1 million items on the menu. You know why the food's so good? Because the owner's there all the time. He's got great pizza. Best pizza in town. 942-5553. 942-5553. Angelo's Pizzeria. Over on Hammond Street. Oh, it's the best food around.
We went out to dinner for our anniversary. Anniversary isn't an anniversary without a little jingle. Dessert came, laying on the platter in this beautiful cedar bracelet box. And I was like, ah, you got it for me, you know? And they thought it was gorgeous, just gorgeous. Couldn't believe it. It's like, well, I usually get what I want.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. 10:06 to play first quarter. Cheverus has the ball, their first possession of the game. Alex Colomé, the quarterback, hands it off up the middle. Not much going on there. They might have gained a half yard on the play. Benjamin Michouz, the fullback, I believe he had the carry. He is going to be the workhorse for them on offense.
Good pursuit by Bangor up front to stop that run.
Michouz, one of just 2 returning players. He is one of the 2 who come back. Justin Blaze is the tailback in most formations, but he doesn't get the majority of the carries. Instead, it goes to the fullback. 2nd down and 9. This one does go to Blaze.
Cheverus staying somewhat basic here at the early going, just a straight dive, a wide dive there on the second play, straight dive on the first play from scrimmage. Just trying to see what they'll be able to use here tonight early.
Eric Anderson, the nose guard, making the tackle. They tried to string it out past him, but Anderson, he plays hoops and basketball, and he's a big boy. They all are big on the offensive and defensive lines of Bangor. They average 6'4", 255. They average that. That means some guys are bigger. 3rd down and 8. The pitch goes back to Blaze, and he's hit in the backfield. Big hit there and a nice one by Andrew Trundy.
Excellent pursuit in the backfield for a loss.
Trundy just getting back there in no time. He's the biggest guy out of them all. Look at Trundy right there. 6'8", 270. Right in the middle of your screen. He fills the whole screen.
Big young man.
He sure is. So nothing going for Cheverus. They lose 2 on that play. It brings up 4th down and 10, and they are back in punt formation. Their punter, Alex Colomé, who's also their quarterback. Short line drive kick will get to midfield and just beyond. That's where it'll be down, and Bangor will take over from their own 48-yard line. So far, we've seen 2 possessions, 1 from each team. Not much going on offensively, Howard.
Not much at all. Gets a good defensive stance by both teams. We'll see what they can do in their second possession.
Total offense has to be something like 6 yards combined in the game.
Not a lot. We're again at this point where just trying to see what the other team will give them offensively, and we may see a little more out of each team here as we go on the first half.
1st down and 10 for the Rams. Back under center, Brian Hackett. Handoff goes up the middle. Ricky Dexter, the fullback, carries it. Hard hit there by Dexter. He's just going straight forward, not stopping. He gains 3 yards on the play, gets it across midfield, so it's back in Cheverus territory. 2nd down, I should say, 2nd and 7 from the 49 of the Stags. 2 men split left this time. DeRosa's the one closest to you. The pitch goes the other way, though. Wide open Nick Payson. They ran away from the strong side, and Payson cuts back, and he's into the end zone. A 49-yard touchdown run by Nick Payson gives Bangor a 6-0 lead.